Welcome to the Champ Show. I'm your host, Isaiah Davis. I'm here with David Arthurton, Student Equipment Manager at MTSU. David, how are we doing today?
We're doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great. So this is like our first. We had a coach on, but this is our non first player, our non first player and coach. So first equipment manager is what we'll say we had on.
That's awesome.
So how long have you been doing equipment stuff for MTSU?
I started in the spring of 2022, so I've done 2 full seasons now with MTSU.
And we got some accolades for you. You went to the 2022 Hawaii Bowl with MTSU and you won that. Is that the only bowl game that we've been to with you being on the equipment staff?
Yep, that's the only one so far.
And we won it. If you guys don't know, so there's this tutorial here in Murfreesboro called Discipleship Tutorial. David and me went there during the same years, and let's just say David had some accolades there as well. MVP of the DTLFB Discipleship Tutorial Lunch Football League. He got that. And Coach of the Year. So not only can he do it on the field, he can also do it at school.
Yes, sir.
We can get into some of the questions here. How did you become a Middle Tennessee State University Student Equipment Manager?
So originally I was actually, throughout all of high school, I was really into music. And so I started out as an audio production / music business major. But it was nothing what I expected it to be. So I kind of almost dropped out for a second. And then I just, I texted a coach and he connected me with my boss. And one thing led to another and I got hired on and it just kind of happened. And I love it. So planning on graduating with them. So yeah, it's awesome.
So did you hear from a friend or something about the opportunity or how?
No, not really. I just kind of thought about it one day. I was kind of equipment managing for football team sounds kind of fun. So I kind of looked it up online, found a coach's email, and he led me to the right place. So
yeah, I feel with a lot of stuff, people put it out as man, how do you get in contact with these people? They put their emails all over the web. I feel how, it's not very hard to do, and people ask me all the time, how are you getting all these MTSU players? I'm just DM them on Instagram. They're checking every day, it feels like. And I feel like you said, they got passed on one way to another. Other teammates are going to reach out and stuff like that and say that come on this podcast and whatnot. So if you guys want to do something like that, it's not very hard to get in, as a lot of people think.
Yeah, it's just all about who you know and if you know how to get in contact with them.
Yeah, so you guys might want a phone. That might be one thing. So did you have a sports background at all? Did you play sports growing up?
Not at all. I had zero sports background, didn't play any high school ball or anything. I kind of had to learn how to throw and catch a football properly while I was there, and still a work in progress, to say the least. But I just had to adapt and learn over time to how things worked on a football field.
So you didn't have any not rec league, nothing?
No, zero experience. I had no idea what I was getting into. So just had to start learning and figure it out as you go.
So how does personally me, I would not hire you from off the get-go if this guy doesn't know anything. How did they get you in if you didn't know a single thing? Are you just saying you were wanting to learn?
I have no idea. I just filled out an application. There really wasn't an interview or anything. They told me to show up to a meeting. I came to a meeting and they went over the game plan for what was the season going to look like, and essentially got hired there. And I was like, all right, sounds good. So
wow.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know. So do you put the helmets together and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, we put all the helmets together because we have 3 different types of helmets. We have the silver ones, the white ones, the black ones. They're all fitted to each player. So we got to make them throughout the season, and we decal them too. And so there's a lot that goes into equipment managing. It's a lot of work over the fall because we're there practically every single day for hours on end. So
yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what Michigan and Ohio State's equipment team has to go through with their stickers.
Oh yeah.
So is there a favorite helmet you have?
Me personally, I like the white helmet, but
Mm-hmm.
with the all black helmet and the black uniforms for blackout, those are really awesome.
Oh yeah, MTSU. I think we have some pretty good jerseys. Is there any new jerseys coming that we can speak of?
None that I can say right now.
So is there something in the works?
I don't think so. Yeah, I really don't think so. It's kind of been a rumor that we want new jerseys, but I don't think we're getting any anytime soon.
Yeah, there's not much we can do with our blue, gray, and white colorway, but we'll have to figure something out. So are you like planning on do this like for the rest of your life, or what's in your future? You think?
So yeah, I want to do something like this. I do love equipment. I kind of want to be like the head of equipment somewhere, either at some college somewhere, or even just an equipment manager in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm definitely going to try to do a Titans internship next summer to get some NFL experience. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, to do equipment managing as a career, or even like as an assistant athletic director at some college. Don't exactly know what the long term goal is, but just trusting God and just letting Him put me where He wants me. So.
Oh yeah, and like for the internship, so will you? That's next year, you said.
Yes. Yeah.
So will you still be doing MTSU's, or are you gonna be fully on like? That's if you get the internship there. Will you be doing both or just one?
So how that will work for the Titans? It'll just be for the training camp. So it'll like start beginning of July, and I'll miss some of the MTSU fall camp, but I'll be back before the MTSU season starts. So
Okay, gotcha.
Doing both, but they won't overlap each other.
So I don't know how many of you guys listening have been to the spring game of MTSU, but when I got there, you were holding up like signs running across the field. I didn't know that like that was in your job requirements. So I thought you just put like the equipment together. What was the like sign holding like during the game?
So those were the personnel cards. Those were to let the defense know how many running backs and tight ends were on the offense at the given play. The only thing was we only had one set of cards, and there was only one of me, so that's why you saw me run into each sideline every time there's a change of possession.
Yeah.
I usually do that during game days too. I did that last year, but I might pass it on to another guy this year.
Okay, and I realize you have the headphones on. I don't know if you had it on during the spring game, but at least in the pictures I've seen from like the Alabama game and stuff like that, you post on your Instagram, which you guys should go check out David's Instagram as well. He's got some cool football stuff on there. Like, what goes through the headset to you?
So my headset, I usually only listen to the defensive side, and so there's always a guy that's telling me it's 11 personnel, and then as soon as they know the personnel, I hold the sign up, and based off of how many tight ends or how many running backs are on the field, that's where they call the defensive play, and I hear all that information going through the headset. I never talk on the headset because there's no need for me to. I'm just there to listen and do my job. So.
Okay, and I know with the green stickers, the helmets coming in, is that going to change any of that with college football?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, what is something that the average college football fan doesn't see, like that goes on? You think like a big thing that goes inside the locker room that the average fan just wouldn't think about.
There is definitely a lot. There's a lot more than I thought there was for sure. It's a lot more work than I thought it was, but I really enjoy it. I mean, of course, we build helmets. We have to make sure all of our jerseys are fitted right for each player, shoulder pads, making sure they have all the gear they need, gloves and stuff like that. And also just practice stuff too. I mean, we wash their laundry for them. So we actually have a laundry rotation. I think I do laundry once every 4 or 5 weeks or so. Where we have to stay after practice and watch 110, 115 football players practice laundry every day. So there's that part of it too. Also making sure you have everything you need for a game, and that's for home games, and also making sure you get everything to an away game. Because if you were in like Texas or something and you forget something, there's no going back getting it. So you just gotta make sure you have everything you need for the game. No matter, like, that's Hawaii Bowl. We had to make sure we had everything the first time. We couldn't go back. So
like if you forgot something, would you just go to like the local Dick's Sporting Goods, or you just roll without it?
I don't think we can do that. We always have backups of everything too. So like if a player forgot his helmet, we have backups of the helmet that we carry with us just in case if that ever happens. Which I don't think it's ever happened to us, which is a good thing. We're planning on keeping it that way. So.
I'm gonna try. You were speaking about washing the players' laundry. How bad does that room stink?
The room doesn't stink itself. They all dump it into one bin, and it stinks when you're putting it in. But once you put it in, it's not a problem. We just put on some gloves and throw it in, and that's it. And so it just takes a while because then we got to pass it all out. We got to go around to each locker and hang it up in each locker. So
yeah, I've seen from like some videos like where like they'll go in for college tours and they'll show like the cubbies almost. So do you have cubbies in at your locker rooms?
So it's funny you ask that because right now what we do is we hang them up in each individual locker. But this new facility that we are getting, I don't know if you saw during the spring game, we're currently building like a new whole football area locker room. My boss has designed cubbies to put all the laundry in, so we don't have to walk around the locker room anymore passing it out. So it's gonna be so much more efficient just to throw it in a cubby, and players can come whenever they need it. So. Yeah, we are getting cubbies. Hopefully that'll be done not this season, but next season. We're hoping so.
Okay. Sure. And it's supposed to be done by what? The whole facility is supposed to be done by when?
They say 2025.
So. Okay, so next season is what it sounds like.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at the spring game, like during the middle of a play, I'm just looking up. There's just a crane moving over the left end zone.
Been working on that for a while. They started literally the first day of fall camp last season, and we had to work around all the construction, tearing all those buildings down. But it's awesome. It's going to be really cool when it's done.
So I'm assuming with you being on the equipment staff, you've met Coach Derek Mason?
Yes, sir.
So how excited are you for new head coach Derek Mason?
I love him. He brings a lot of energy. He really gets the players to work hard and disciplines them really, really well. It's definitely a change of pace. I mean, even with Coach Stock, he was that whole squad was really fun. But with this, I mean, with any coaching staff, any coaching change, it's just going to be different. And so essentially we had to like relearn everything. Practices are different. But yeah, I love Coach Mason. He's awesome. So he treats the guys well, and he got all new furniture for the locker room for him. So I think it's pretty good.
Oh, awesome. Is there like pool tables in there for?
There is one pool table in there.
Dude, I'm guessing we have ping pong too as well, I would think.
No, we don't actually have ping pong in there. It's just a pool table and some couches and beanbag chairs. And
okay.
Like 3 or 4 in there too. So yeah, they lounge in there all the time playing pool.
Well, Coach, we need ping pong, okay? We need ping pong. We need our players to perform at the best reaction rate. We need them playing ping pong.
That would be fun.
Can we get a Coach Derek Mason impression? Okay.
He says we're gonna be blue collar a lot. And
I love that. That's what I hear a lot.
We love that one for sure. I love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, there was one player is transferring over. Gosh, I can't. His last name is Miller. He's an offensive lineman, but I have one friend at UNLV. He's transferring from UNLV. I think he like just announced like he's coming over, but it's actually one of my friend's roommates at UNLV. He plays on the O-line, but I think Go Middle Rivals on Instagram. I think they follow us. You guys should go checking them out as well. They put some MTSU content out as well, but they told him the Miller said he's gonna bring blue collar, so it's just a thing going around, I guess, at this point. All around. I saw they got a new filling station or something like that.
Yes, the nutrition room. Yeah, I've helped them load snacks there before. They buy a lot of snacks every week for those guys after they work out. So that place is really cool too. I never get none though, but that's okay.
I was about to say, do you have access to that?
Nope, I do not. It's not for me. So
is there equipment like staff room where you guys all hang out Or you
Yeah,
just
we have our own equipment room where we store all of our stuff. We have couches in there. We hang out in there quite a bit. That's where we reside essentially.
So what? Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll be getting a new one of those when the facility is done. So I think it's gonna be bigger, so that'd be nice.
Oh yeah. How many people are like on the equipment staff?
So there is my boss, and he has an assistant. My boss actually is also an assistant athletic director, and he is also like overseeing and like head of the big project they're doing, which is really cool. So that's my boss, and he has an assistant, and then there's 2 graduate assistants. So that means like there's they're getting their masters with MTSU, but they're like technically our boss as well. And then I think there's 14 student equipment managers. So I think in total there's like 17, 18 of us.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, it takes a lot of people to do equipment for a football team. That's for sure.
Do you think that's like the average amount for like every school, or do you think it varies?
Just about. I think Alabama, when we went there, they had about the same amount of people, and so did Missouri. Yeah, I would say somewhere in that close to 20-ish range is about average.
Gotcha. So with you being there for 2 years now, 2 seasons, what are some of your favorite players that have come through that you've done equipment for?
I love Jordan Ferguson. He was really, really good. He got signed with the Seahawks after he graduated from us, and he currently plays in the UFL for the Showboats. He's really, really good. He racked up like 10 tackles, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, Jalen Davis. He's a linebacker. Love him too. He's really cool. Yeah, I'm also with I used to be with the defensive linemen, so I get to know some of those guys pretty well too. There's this one guy we had last year. His nickname was Moose. He was really funny. I got to know him pretty good. So those are definitely some of my favorite players. Also, our quarterback Nick Vadiato. He's a really cool, humble guy. I love him too. So
yeah, I think I got to interview Nick after the game in the post game room. Nick is awesome. You should go check his. I think he follows all of my accounts. The champ, the private Instagram and the public Instagram.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
he's cool.
Yeah, we have to get Nick on the podcast. You need to tell Nick we gotta get him on the podcast.
I'll do my best. I'll let him know.
Yeah, put in his cubby.
Sure.
Leave a note in his locker. The champ wants you. So you mentioned UFL. Do you think you could maybe do some equipment stuff in the UFL? Would you be open to that?
I definitely would be open to that. So yeah, I mean, I'm good with doing any professional football type equipment. I think for me, although it comes down to the depends on how long they're willing to keep me or what the pay looks like, I guess. But yeah, if the opportunity opened up, then I would definitely take a UFL position. Also depends on where the location is at too. I've already told myself I'm not going to like California, like with the Rams or the Chargers or anything to do equipment over there. It's just too far. So I'm trying to stay in the Southeast at least, but whatever opportunity opens up, I mean, I'm willing to do it.
Oh yeah. So with you being there for 2 years, you've had some cool experiences, like you've gone to Hawaii. What is the coolest experience being an equipment manager for MTSU that you've seen?
So Hawaii was really cool. We stayed there for a week, and we only had practices in the morning. So in the afternoon, they let us roam and do whatever we wanted to do, essentially, as long as we didn't get in trouble and we were at practice the next morning. So I got to see a lot of Hawaii. We went on some hikes. We went surfing to the beach, all that fun stuff. So Hawaii was really cool. And that game was crazy too. That game was probably one of the best games I've been to. And watching that live was awesome. Alabama was really cool too. The atmosphere is amazing at Alabama. When they sent Dixieland Delight, that was really cool. And being on the field for that, it's just a different experience from when you're watching it in the stadium to being down there seeing everybody do it. So,
oh yeah, with like I know you have your headset on. Are like when you go to a big stadium like Bryant-Denny Stadium, is it difficult for like people to hear like the talking on the headsets?
So I was really concerned about that. I was like, I don't think I'll be able to hear with 100,000 people screaming. But actually, no, it wasn't that bad. I turned my volume up pretty much all the way, and I could hear everything really clear. So, no, our headphones that we have are really, really good. So I personally had no problems with that.
Yeah, I know with those, I've seen one clip, the whiteout game in Penn State, like where they had to like call a timeout because it was just way too loud. Like
Yeah,
they can, I can imagine doing equipment stuff for that.
right.
So, what does a day or week in the life of a student equipment manager look like for you?
So it depends whether it's spring or fall. Spring's pretty light for the most part. However, with Derek, Coach Mason, we get there at 4:30 in the morning during the spring to practice now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up at 3 a.m. Getting ready to go to the practice field, and we got to set up practice and all that stuff. And that's it was fun at first. Like the first 2 weeks, I was like, okay, this is not bad. But once you get by week 3, week 4, you're like, I mean, it's starting to take a toll on you because we even the players they get there early, they practice and they practice hard, and then they got to go to class and they got to do homework at night, all that stuff. So it's definitely a grind for sure. But as for the fall, uh, when fall camp is happening, we usually get there about 8 a.m. in the morning. Well, I haven't done fall camp yet, Coach Mason. So from past experiences, we used to get there 8 a.m. in the morning, and there would be some days we wouldn't leave until 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. We'd just be there all day,
Wow.
doing different equipment stuff. But once the season rolled around, we'd get there about 2 in the afternoon and wouldn't leave to maybe 7, 8 o'clock, depending on the day. But again, all the players and all the equipment staff, we have school, we have like just life, and it just becomes a lot sometimes doing all that. But so yeah, it's awesome though. I love it.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about college football is like you're having players who not only that they do college football and they have all this training, but they also have other stuff to get done on the side, which is school and everything that comes along with that. So I feel like it's a lot more. I like the college football more than NFL personally. That's from my point of view.
I'm starting to feel that way too. I like college football too.
Yeah, it's the atmospheres are even better too. The atmospheres are way better because they have more people in the stadium than
Yeah,
the.
and yeah, college football atmosphere, I would say, is definitely way better than NFL. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, especially going to like a big stadium like Bryant Denny makes it even better. See if we can get an MTSU rocking like Bryant Denny, Bryant Denny, that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
I
I'm expecting our first game, Tennessee Tech. I hope it's going to be packed. With Tennessee Tech being close by, and all those fans might come down here. And Coach Mason's first game, who knows? It could be a sold out crowd. Johnny Red's gonna be rocking.
Oh yeah, I think I do believe in Coach Mason that he's gonna build us up a little bit. Even I think we could win Conference USA like every year. I think that's the mentality. It sounds like what we're bringing every year. And
Yes, sir.
I think once he shows like what we're capable of, I think fans will start coming out, and then we'll just keep on winning and keep 'em going. I think honestly, the years of losing and just being horrible, I think are starting to go behind us. Hopefully, we get those wins coming soon.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be nice. We definitely they already have written on the whiteboard in there that Conference USA champions start now. So they're already motivated. They're working hard. So hopefully we can execute.
Yeah, we were talking about Coach Stocks and how he had you guys wake up at like 8 a.m. and you have Coach Mason having you wake up at like 4 or whatever it is. Do you like waking up at 4 or do you like waking up at 8?
By no means I'm a morning person. I'm definitely a night owl. So I like I said, like the first week or two, getting up at 3 in the morning was okay. But I was getting pretty tired of it after by week 3 or 4. So I would definitely, I mean, hopefully fall camp isn't like that, but I would definitely like to get up at 8 o'clock rather than 3 a.m. But job's demanding, and you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you've heard, there's been a lot of changes coming to the NFL and college football with like the new helmets coming in. The NFL, the Guardian caps coming in. What are your thoughts on the NFL? And possibly, I would think maybe the NCAA follows in the NFL footsteps of allowing the Guardian caps in real games. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the Guardian caps personally look ugly in game.
Yeah.
In game. So, but there's this new thing that we introduced to. It's been around for a while. I forget what it's called, but it does the same thing as a Guardian cap, but it's a lot. It doesn't have like the bad look to it. It's a lot smoother. It fits the helmet better. Those look okay, but I hope. I don't think the NCAA. I hope the NCAA doesn't change that. I don't think a lot of our players would wear that anyway if they had the option to.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think they're just ugly for an in-game experience. So
I feel like if you put like a design on it or something, like if you had like the logo on it with like the helmet color, I feel like it would. I think that would at least help it out a little. Put a wrap on it or something.
Yeah, but with the Guardian caps, I don't think any stickers would even stick to that. So that's another thing. Even with all these like helmet designs that all these teams do, it's just gonna take that away and take the swag out of the game, I guess.
Yeah. So this is a little bit of a stretch. So would you ever want to coach?
No. I am by no means qualified to be a coach for a football team. That is for sure. I have, like I said, I have very little experience playing football at all, so I don't think I could ever coach. I'm cool with just being behind the scenes and just working hard. So
That'd be quite the story. No football background, comes in, and then he becomes the Middle Tennessee State head coach.
For the reins for MTSU, that was good.
So you obviously were speaking about the facilities coming in Conference USA. What should we expect from MTSU in the next few years?
What do I expect?
Yes.
I think we can definitely make a conference championship game within the next 2 years. We're recruiting a lot of guys for sure. We had like I think it was a linebacker we got this past year. He like started every game for Wake Forest last year, and he transferred here because he played with Mason and at Vanderbilt.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's awesome. He's really good too. So we're definitely figuring out recruiting part of it and the NIL deals part of it. We're definitely starting to work on that because that's something we definitely struggled on in the past because a lot of players would come here because we struggle with the NIL and stuff. But I think we definitely make a conference championship. Liberty is just that good, so we just got to get through them first. And they're given an easy schedule every year. I guarantee you they're probably going to go – if we beat them, they'll be 11-1, but if they beat us, they'll be undefeated again. But so yeah, I definitely think we can be in a conference championship game within the next 2 years. Yeah, that's my expectations. That's my hope. I would like to be in one before I graduate. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people would want to be in a Conference USA before they graduate.
Sure.
We are super happy to announce we are now partners with the Boulevard. The Boulevard is so good here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, on 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard, guys. Absolutely amazing food. I was literally just there 2 days ago. The Boulevard is so good, and they support MTSU as they're literally like in walking distance from there. They're right on basically MTSU's campus. It is so good. If you guys want to call into the Boulevard, it's 615-624-8002. And if you guys want the address, it's 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Guys, make sure you go check out the Boulevard. They have some absolutely great service, too. Love the staff there. The staff there is amazing. And the food is even better. Guys, make sure you go check them out. They are a bar and grill here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Boulevard at 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Once again, that's 2154 Middle Tennessee Boulevard. And the number is 615-624-8002. Once again, that's 615-624-8002. Thank you so much, the Boulevard. So we're getting in some of the rapid fire questions, what I like to call it. You can answer these super quickly. You can expand on them, whatever you want. Favorite NFL team? I'm guessing the Titans.
Yes, sir. Tennessee Titans. Been a fan of them since 2012, I think, 2013.
So, wait, what year were you born?
I was born in 2003.
So, it took you that long to become a Titans fan?
Yeah, so none of my family really watched any football at all. It wasn't until my grandfather, who lived in Florida at the time, he started kind of watching football, and I just slowly started getting into it until I started falling in love with it. And I picked the Titans, and my dad's whole side of the family are Lions fans, so I kind of cheer for them too, and it's good to see them finally have success. So yeah,
you took the obvious answer with just taking the home team, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I had to take the Titans.
Is there a favorite player you've seen on Titans, like all time? We can even do current player. Favorite player?
Well, Derrick Henry. Well, all my favorite players seem to leave. I love AJ Brown. Left. I like Derrick Henry. He just got traded to the Ravens. Right now, I'm on the Will Levis train. I really like Will Levis, so hopefully he can do good for us in the next coming years.
Yeah, it seems like he's really investing into like the whole Nashville look. Like I saw like on Instagram like a few days ago. It might have been last night. Like he was throwing the catfish onto the ice at the Nashville Predators game.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, he definitely is taking on the Nashville thing. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you're much of a gamer. Are you a gamer at all?
Not really. I do play some Madden from time to time. I thought I was good until I played my roommate. He 100-pieced me a couple times, but
that seems like the battle between my dad and me on NCAA college football. There is some pictures out there of scores that I have no idea how he got those, okay? But they're there. So if you find it, okay, it's not real. 117 is like 0, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Those are not my scores. So are you Xbox or PlayStation?
A little bit of both. I grew up on PlayStation. Currently, I'm an Xbox, but I've been playing on a PlayStation with some of my friends most recently. So I go back and forth. Really, it doesn't matter to me as long as I can play the game I want to play. So
okay, gotcha. So if you weren't a equipment manager, what would you be doing right now?
If I weren't an equipment manager, I would have honestly. If I didn't become an equipment manager, I probably would have dropped out of school because it was just I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying school at all, and it was just expensive. But thankfully, with I get scholarships from equipment, so now it's getting paid for, so I don't have to worry about that aspect of it. So now I'm kind of like, if I'm going to get paid to go to school, I'm going to get a degree. So taking advantage of that for sure. But I don't know what I would be doing right now. I work at a restaurant too, part time.
At the same restaurant you work?
Yeah, the Alley on Main, the one on the square.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm still there. I really don't know where I would be at if I didn't get into equipment. I'm probably still trying to find my way on where I needed to go.
So like you're getting whole school paid for from equipment management?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So what they do is like your first year though is volunteer, and you gotta work for it first. So you don't get paid at all, and those long hours. And when you're a rookie, you gotta do all the rookie work too. So that first year is tough, but then after that, they do like half your school, and then after your third year, it's just you get a scholarship. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. That's for sure.
Wow. Is that like a global thing, or is that just like MTSU's?
That is just MTSU's. That is not actually global. I think some guys. I don't even know how it works for other teams. I don't think some guys actually. I think they get paid hourly. I'm thankful to get. I'd rather have scholarship over hourly any day. For that. So
if your kid likes football and they don't know what to do, equipment management. That's the route we're doing.
You don't even have to be doing a sports management degree. We have quite a few of our guys are actually into getting a degree in concrete management. So you don't have to even have ties with sports management at all. You just as long as you know football and you're good at what you do, and he hires about 2 or 3 guys a year. So
and not even a sports background.
Yep, not even a sports background.
So do you have a favorite college football team besides MTSU?
That would be the University of Tennessee. But however, I didn't really get into college football until about 3 years ago. So I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard Tennessee fan. I'm just more of a casual fan. So I still talk trash to some Georgia and Alabama fans every once in a while, but it's okay.
Seems like the typical Tennessee fan. Talking. Yeah.
Yeah, you
got to for sure. Favorite stadium you have ever done a game at?
Ever gone to a game at? Bryant Denny. It was massive. It was awesome. The atmosphere was great. Yeah, that was definitely the best stadium. And their locker room was really large too. So
yeah, I forget they have to give you guys a locker room for the away game. Is there pool tables and stuff like when you go to like away games?
Nope. There's none of that. Usually especially for Conference USA locker rooms. We had a game last year at another Conference USA school. They didn't really have an away locker room. They had literally a portable trailer outside with chairs in it, and that was an away locker room.
Wow.
Yeah, the Conference USA, like some of the schools are not funded as much, as like the SEC schools or whatever. So sometimes you can get pretty bad away locker rooms, just depending on where you go.
So it's quite the hostile environment there in Conference USA.
A little bit, yeah. But, yeah.
So I know some players listen to some pregame music, even some coaches, is what I hear. Do any of the equipment staff, do you listen to pregame music?
I don't personally, because we get there about 6-7 hours before anybody else gets there, and we're already working. Usually we'll play music in the equipment room. Usually one of the guys like turns on Drake or something like that. So that's what they're usually blasting in there while we're working. So,
you have a favorite artist?
Favorite artist? I mean, I like when they play Juice WRLD. I like Juice WRLD.
You like Juice WRLD? That's what I didn't expect. Wow.
Yeah.
Favorite Juice WRLD song?
Juice WRLD song? I mean, you can't go wrong with Lucid Dreams. There's another one off the top of my head. I can't remember what it's called.
I was expecting Taylor Swift out of you. Oh, no.
No.
So, players get fed before games. I expect coaches. What do you guys eat before a game?
So, for home games, they provide Chick-fil-A for us at every home game. For the equipment staff and the trainers who get there way before everybody else. So, it's like a Chick-fil-A box, Chick-fil-A sandwich, cookie, chips. But as far as away games go, it's just whatever they do. Missouri was the best one. Missouri gave us wings, mashed potatoes, corn, all that stuff. I don't know, and a whole plate of cookies. That was the best one for sure. It's just the away games. All the other away different teams we go to do different things. So it's just whatever they give us, and we'll eat it.
So, what was the team that put you guys in the trailer?
It was Sam Houston, I think. Yeah, they just joined the Conference USA because they were in the FBS for a while. So they just got put in the Conference USA last year, I believe. So
they give you guys like McDonald's?
I can't remember what they actually gave us. They gave us it was a 11 o'clock game, so we had to get there at like 5 a.m. So they gave us a lot of sausage biscuits and stuff like that. So
okay, gotcha. So it's not horrible. Not horrible.
It was pretty good. They fed us well over there. They're cool.
So if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Live anywhere in the world? I really want to go. This is completely random, but North Carolina is so random. It's really beautiful out there. I really want to work for University of North Carolina. Get all that Jordan brand stuff out there. That would be.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be really cool, and their colors are
awesome.
Yeah, I would really like to go to North Carolina. That's kind of where I want to go. I don't know if that door will open up, but we'll see.
That Carolina blue.
It's nice.
Is nice.
If Oregon moved over here to the East Coast, I'll take Oregon too.
Oh yeah, anything with Jordan brand. Like, you know who Jordan James is?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well he played. I'm assuming you know where Oakland is.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he played at Oakland. He's gonna be the starting running back for Oregon next year. But
wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
he's got some. We've got some drip coming.
Yeah,
That-
because they have the CEO of Nike went to Oregon, so they have like a massive Nike deal over there, so they can get whatever they want essentially.
yeah, I've seen like their facility tours, and it's like shoes all over.
Yeah, I mean they almost have a new uniform just about every week. So
Okay, this is a random question off the spot. What are the chances you could get the Champ podcast to do a facility tour of MTSU?
facility tour,
We make it into a full video.
there'd be a pretty good chance, I'd say. I can't make any guarantees, but I can definitely get you into just about every room. I think in the football facility.
All right.
So.
I know when I went to the post-game conference, like you walk by like all the rooms and there's like practice basketball court. You've got this court over here. It was,
Yep.
I was like, whoa.
I can get into the football stuff. I can't get into the basketball. I don't know all the codes of those rooms and everything.
Yeah, we'll have to do a facility tour for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Put it all over the Champ Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
Which you guys should go follow.
Yes.
The Champ Pod on Instagram. Most famous person in your contacts list. If you want to check, you can.
Person in my contacts list. I don't even know if I really have any famous people in my contacts list. I don't have any players in my contacts list.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I have players in my contacts list. David, you've been working there for 2 years. I've been doing this for 4 months.
If I need them, I got them on Instagram. I really don't got anybody famous in my contact list, to be honest with you.
No football players? Wow, that is shocking.
No football players. Well, I have one. My graduate assistant played for us, but no, yeah, really no one famous. I mean, my boss, Larry Maples, knows just about everybody in equipment through like all the colleges. So, I mean, I guess he would be the most famous person, but that's about the extent of it.
All right.
I have no players. I can't believe that.
So I would expect this to probably be the place you work. If it is, we'll give another answer. Favorite food / place.
Favorite food / place. Oh, well, the restaurant I work at is really, really good, but all the guys, equipment guys, have been really loving Nachos Mexican.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I hear that from everybody.
Yep, everyone loves it. It's also, I think they do MTSU discounts over there too. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, we go there quite frequently. It's either that or the Boulevard.
Oh, the Boulevard! I love the Boulevard.
Yeah, Boulevard's pretty good. So yeah, those are the places we go to.
It's the
pretty often. I love Texas Roadhouse.
Oh yeah,
Texas is my favorite. I forgot about that one, but
yeah,
we went there an away game one time, and I was loving that. So
what are we getting at Texas Roadhouse?
Well, ribeye is not a bad option if I'm feeling really expensive. I like salmon, or if I'm just trying to go for the rolls, I usually just get like a cheeseburger or something. Everything's pretty good over there. So,
what's the most rolls you've eaten?
Only like 4 or 5. I don't go crazy, but it's still quite a lot. But I probably could down like 10 of them if I really wanted to.
All right. We need a roll eating contest for MTSU. That would.
Yeah. Yeah. The servers over there would start getting pretty mad at us if we did that.
Who would win that contest on the football team?
On the football team? Gosh, I don't even know. They would eat a lot of rolls, that's for sure.
Run the Texas Roadhouse out of business.
They might. They honestly might.
They put the whole roster there in Texas Roadhouse. They just eat all the rolls.
They each eat 10 rolls. That's like 1,000 rolls right there.
Dude, that's the strat. You just invite like football teams to come to your place and for away games, and boom.
Yeah.
Business is booming.
Yeah, honestly, it would work.
With the nachos you were talking about, I know Trey Turk likes nachos. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, a lot of the football players definitely go there. We ran into, when the equipment staff goes there, usually like after practice or something, we definitely see a few of the players over there. We all think alike. Nachos is like right there. It's really good. So that's what we do.
We might have to get a partnership with Nachos. Next partnership coming, Nachos, guys.
Like the Boulevard athletes, we got the Nacho athletes. So.
Yo, we need the Boulevard too. We need all of it. We need
Oh yeah.
We need all the partnerships. So what do you want to? Oh, you go ahead.
Boulevard actually does like athletes. They do sponsor some of the. I think Nick Badiato's a Boulevard athlete. They're like.
Yeah, I saw he's there yesterday on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know what that sponsorship exactly looks like, but I know they do. They do something for the players.
Oh yeah, we'll have to ask Nick for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you want to say to the people listening to the Champ podcast?
I'd say
this influences the whole world right here. Okay.
Right, for sure. If you don't know where you're going, always be brave enough to try a new thing, and trust God in the process. Is what I would say. Because I was kind of stuck in freshman year of college. I was not enjoying school, and I was kind of like, what's my next step? And I just wanted to flip the switch. I tried something completely different, and it's been rolling pretty good right now. So, yeah, that's whether you think you can or you can't, you're always right. So just put your mind in everything you can do.
Oh yeah, love that. If you want to shout out your Instagram, if you want to shout out family, you can shout it all out right now for the Champ people.
Yeah, you have to follow me on Instagram at DJ Arthurton 27. So
that's
my Instagram. About the extent, I usually don't give out my Snapchat. I'm never really on Snapchat or anything like that. So Instagram is my main thing. So yeah.
Yeah, make sure you go check it out on Instagram. He's posts how often do you post during the season?
Post during the season? Well, if it's like a big game, I posted for Alabama, and I posted an end of the season thing, and that was about the extent of it. So I only usually post like 2 or 3 times max during the season. I don't get on it a lot. So
yeah, make sure you go check him out. Appreciate you coming on to the Champ podcast, David. If you ever want to come on again, just reach out to us. We can get the mic set up for sure. Facility tour coming soon.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
Any final words?
I think I'm good, man. I really appreciate it, and keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome how many players you got on the podcast, and it's cool that you're starting. What are you, a sophomore now in high school? Or
I just finished my last freshman day today.
Oh, freshman. Okay, so there you go, man. You're starting off early, and just keep doing what you're doing, and take what you're learning and use in life, man. So that's awesome.
But yeah, appreciate you coming on, David. Thank you guys so much for listening. We the Champs. Peace.